Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you from a different place, not my home office, and that's okay because I wanted to share today with you guys one of my favorite topics, which is goal setting. It is that time out of the year, whether you do your goal planning like I do at the end of the year or at the beginning of the year, there's no better time than now to start working on those goals. And so today I'm going to share with you a little bit of what my process is when I start my goal planning. It's the same thing that I share with everybody on my team, as well as people that I am coaching and mentoring and developing. So one thing that I always love to do, whether it's the 2 last weeks of the year or the last week of the year, I like to meditate on that year and kind of reflect and see how great the year has gone, what areas of my life still need work, what goals that year did I not get to achieve, and what else do I want to work on in the new year? What does my life look like in the new year? In December 31st of the following year, where do I want to be and what do I want my life to look like? And then I start to work backwards. So if at the end of the following year, I want to own a house, then I envision what that house will look like, where it will be, down to what my furniture will look like, right? And then I start to work off of that. And of course, that's an example. My goal is not to purchase a home this year. I mean, if I did, that's great, but it's not on the list of what I'm working towards in the new year. And that's okay, because everybody's going to have different goals, different things that they want to accomplish in the new year. So a few things that I like to do outside of reflecting and kind of envisioning what my new life is going to look like at the end of the new year is writing down goals, because I think a lot of people miss the aspect of writing down goals. There is a saying that I've heard multiple times out there, many times. A goal that is not written down is just a dream. And it truly is. It's if you also think of the way you choose your words, that's also very important, right? I wish. No, it's not I wish, is I have, right? Because you have to believe it. It's all part of the law of attraction, right? So a lot of people out there call people, the bag lady. I get called the notebook lady because I walk around with multiple notebooks on me all the time, right? So I keep notebooks for everything. Like this is my idea notebook. So any idea that I have for content that I want to create, I write it in there, as well as any other projects or things that I want to cultivate throughout the year, or maybe what I'm feeling at that point in time, I want to write it down. That's what I use for. Then I have my personal goal book. And this notebook is a little bit smaller. This was actually a gift, but I love that it's smaller, that I can fit it in my purse. And then I set to paper what I'm looking to achieve in every aspect of life. And when I say every aspect is because there is a wheel of harmony, and you guys will find it in the description below of this video, where to go and find it. One thing that I tell anybody I'm mentoring, my employees, anybody that I'm talking to about just goal setting is you want to have goals in every single one of the 8 different areas of life, because life is not easy. Life is not just a straight road that you're driving on to get to your final destination, which is, whatever that goal is, or death, or whatever you want to think of, right? It is never linear, but there's a lot of ups and downs. But when you have goals in every single one of those buckets of life, as many would like to say, you can find harmony and focus on gratitude and the things that are going well, right? So the 8 different aspects of life are going to be business and career, finances, health, family and friends, romance or personal relationships, personal growth, fun and recreation, and physical environment. You want to have something in every one of those categories. Every life of harmony wheel out there that you will find will change the names on those different categories. It does not matter. They boil down to 8 different aspects of life. And those are the 8 areas that you want to focus on when you're building your goals, okay? So you want to have 3 to 4 goals in each one of those categories. Maybe some of those categories will have more goals than the other. And that's okay. Maybe if your goal, like I said earlier, was to purchase a house, maybe you're going to buy the house. So if you're going to buy the house, you know that you have to pay bills, right? You have to have a debt to ratio that's less. B, you need to have money in saving. And so you're going to have more goals from a financial aspect than maybe you would from a fun and recreation, because you're going to take away from one to give to the other. That does not mean you're going to stop doing one thing. You need at least 1 to 2 goals. Okay. If you've never done goal setting, then I would advise you that you start off with just 3. Have 3 personal goals that you want to accomplish in any one of those categories. Have 3 professional goals that you want to accomplish. And so that is typically the rule of thumb that I take with my team whenever I sit down with them and we go through their performance expectations every 2 weeks. We also review their goals. And so we'll look at each one of those buckets and we'll focus on the good. Maybe they did not have a great performance in the last couple of weeks. Well, let's not look at that. Let's focus on gratitude, right? Let's focus on what is going well in your life so that we can fix what is not going well with your life. And that is the beauty of setting goals, right? Life is never going to be easy because we know that. But when you have things that are in a positive place that are going well for you, you can focus on that and it kind of brings harmony to everything else, right? That's why the wheel is called the life harmony wheel. And so you grade it, right? So you'll go through those goals and it'll give you like a score rating, right? From 0 to 10. You kind of put the dots on each one of those of where life is feeling, right? Maybe health is doing great. And so we're at a 10 here, but maybe our personal growth, we've neglected a little, and that's probably at a 5. And so when you start to connect those dots, you'll see the dips. Those are the areas you want to focus a little bit more, maybe on the week or in the month. I will tell you, something that I failed upon last year was coming out of a reactive mode. I had changes in management. And so I found myself in a place of being overwhelmed because I'm a creature of habit. I'm always worried about the unknown. Most leaders tend to be that way because we want to have control over everything. And so I found myself the entire year of 2024 in reactive mode versus proactive mode. But then I thought, as I reflected, that I missed the boat last year quite a lot. I missed the boat on looking over my goals and ensuring that I was working hard to achieve the next one. And so one big focus in the new year for me is going to be focus on myself and not putting myself on the back burner anymore, because you got to get yourself good, right? In order to be there for everybody else who depends on you, you have to be good for yourself, both from a physical to a mental place, right? And so I do so by implementing new good habits that I've let go in the past. So one thing that is a goal for me in the past, and I kind of neglected a little, was 5 minutes of meditation in the morning, or 10 minutes, depending on how much time I had between waking up and getting ready for work. And then, of course, reading a personal development book. So in my mornings, I read 5 to 10 pages of a personal development book. In the evenings, I read a recreational book. And I think that is one thing that I forgot in the previous year that will be definitely at the forefront in this year, because my mental health comes first, then my physical, in order for me to be there and show up for everybody else. And so I think when you start to plan your goals and truly focus on writing them down, having dates, and checking in on them, whether it's weekly or every 2 weeks, get in there, check your goals. If your goal is to become healthier, you may decide that you're going to start meal prepping. Have you meal prepped this week? Are you holding yourself accountable? And if you didn't, revisit the goal. Maybe your goal was to meal prep 5 days out of the week. Maybe go to 4. Maybe start off with 3. You know, you gotta find the balance and little by little add to it. Some people can thrive on going in, doing their goals and just starting to execute, but we're human and not everybody works that way. And so what happens is when we don't start to execute in that way, where we're hitting all of our goals, we get discouraged. And becoming discouraged means we start to put all the other goals to the wayside. And the next thing you know, you've ended the year, life still looks the same, nothing has improved, and you're now not feeling at your best. And so we're gonna start in 2025 by changing that mindset. And it starts off by goal setting. So that is my tidbit. I hope that there was something there that you can utilize to help you improve your life. And what I will tell you is if you like what you've heard and it's something that you want to see more of, please go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye.